Hello. Hello. Welcome to my weird house again. It's so happy to see you here in this like old rickety house that I live in with my evil alien device. So this is kind of an unexpected video, I kind of think, but I've been wanting to make this video for a while now. It's something I've been putting off for quite a while, but I was kind of scared to do it because like I'm kind of scared that like it won't age well or something. Like I feel like probably 10 days down the line I'm just going like, this video sucks. But hopefully this doesn't age like sour milk and I don't look like a complete bitch. Like just a bitch, just a fucking ugly, disgusting mutt eating like wood and like fucking dry leaves off the ground or something. Hopefully that doesn't happen. So there's a lot of things that is kind of going on. I've been trying to figure out how to stage this video in a way that's not just me rambling for 10 minutes. Hopefully this video can be short and concise and hopefully make sense. So yeah, this video is going to be split up into 4 sections. The first section is going to be about my personal life, you know, like stuff going on with my life, what's going on now, and something important that I'm going to announce, but we'll get to that later. The second one is going to be the channel. I'm just going to be talking about some changes I'm going to make to the channel and just random stuff like that. The third section is just going to be me talking about my different animations, going into detail about certain things that I think that I need to qualify or things that I feel like I just need to talk more about. And the fourth section is just going to literally be me rambling. So if that interests you, then yeah, just watch that, I guess. So I think the best place to start would be the personal stuff, so we can just get that out of the way real quick. I don't exactly know how the best way to talk about this is, but I'm trans now. Yeah, I'm a girl now. I really didn't know how to exactly start talking about this without it being kind of like, I don't know, like I'm saying too much. If that was my worry, is that the fact that I might be saying too much, but I think this is pretty okay. I don't want to get too much into exactly the reason why. This is something that I was thinking a lot about for like almost my entire life, like almost half of my life, I would say. But yeah, anyway, my channel is now called Rosie Roo, and my name is now Rosie, and you know, I prefer pronouns such as she and her, and all that good stuff. And yes, that is it, really. So other than the name being changed, there's a few other things I want to list as well. The other channel names have been changed as well, so they would be more consistent with the channel name, obviously. I was actually planning to come up with a few different names, but I never really stuck with it, and I always just stuck with the word Roo at the end of my name, and it kind of just always stuck with me. So fuck it, my name's Rosie Roo now. But that's getting to the nitty gritty of things. That's getting to the thing that we really need. That's really in the full beef of what's going on here. The beef zone, you know what I mean? The main channel I always felt like was very impersonal. I never really felt like the channel was going anywhere. And for the longest time, I kind of felt like I wanted to make content that was more orientated around kind of who I am as a person, I guess. Like, me as a person making the videos. I kind of feel like now, like, it's not really like that. And currently, it's more like just kind of a channel where I upload my things on, instead of like an actual main channel. Like, something that I physically made for myself. I just kind of feel like now it's just kind of a channel where I'm just gonna upload my animations on and not actually have anything else to show for it. Like, I got no other videos on there, and it's just kind of me uploading my animations, and then the rest of the year is just nothing. As, well, personally for me, I take a lot of time in animating everything, and mainly because I'm doing it on my own, but also just simply because I don't always take much time fully working on animations all the time. Instead of seeing Rosy as an animation channel, I would see it mostly as a film channel now. So I guess you can call it Rosy Films, but the name would still be the same. But basically, I plan to make really high quality edited videos that I just made for just showing off what my passion is and stuff like that. Or just some stupid thing that I wanted to do for that day, and I just make a video about it. I think that would be a lot more interesting. And again, if that doesn't really interest you and you're just more for the animation work, that is still going to come out on this channel, obviously. I just think it would be a good way to also interest people if they want to see more of just me as a personal person, I guess. And maybe this video is a good start with that, maybe. On other news, my other channels, such as Become BR, Rosy Games, those two channels will still exist, and they'll still be mostly the same as they was before. Become BR is my shitpost channel, if you ever seen that. I just post random garbage that means virtually nothing, such as high quality content such as Burr 5 in AVGN. Nothing like quality content on YouTube. But yeah, if you care to see what's on that channel, then you can go check it out if you want to. I actually have some old stuff on there, including some work I did at school, in case you're interested. But for the most part, it's just either random animations or slash animatics of just random things that I just felt like uploading for virtually no reason. And then we have Rosy Games, which is... What the fuck? He's massive! Holy crap, he's massive! Look how big he is! Look at that big boy! This is a big boy!
Bowser!
Oh, Mario's mustache just fell off!
My planet needs me.
Hey, yo, the pizza here!
Oh! Where the fuck did you go? I love the vehicle. Dude! Freddy! Freddy! No! Don't attack me! Stop attacking me! Oh! No! I try and keep those videos as high quality as possible, but you will still expect some slight shit posts on the channel. It'd be real nice to see more attention taken to that channel, since I do actually put a lot of work into that channel. I just don't really upload very much because honestly, I don't really play many games. I know, it's a shocker. But yeah, anyway, fuck it. If you're interested in that shit, then go watch it, I guess. I have a music channel. I mean, my music is terrible, but if you want to listen to my videos on YouTube, I guess you can go watch it. But I personally will prefer going on Bandcamp. As my Bandcamp, I have more regular uploads on there, and you keep more to date with what I'm currently making, as it's just kind of easier to put stuff on there. But yeah, again, like I said, I'm not very good at making music, so you can go on there if you really want to, but I would highly not recommend it. And in fact, actually, I think you should wear a hazard suit, like, you know, the ones from like Half. Okay, right, so let's go into animations. Oh gosh, oh no, that is not good. Oh no, oh no. Ah! All right, so what? Okay, so what exactly is going on with my animation work, or my quote-unquote series work. What is going on with that right now? Alright, let's get into this is probably going to be the hardest thing to articulate in this video, but hopefully this makes sense. And also, I feel like it's been really confusing on what actually is going on, and I want to just kind of get it not only off my chest, but for also to make more sense on what I'm actually currently working on. So what I'm currently working on is 2 animated shows right now. I would say the main one I'm currently working on is called Boxon. I try and work on it every now and again, but sometimes there can be days where I don't want to work on it, and other days I do want to work on it. So basically what I'm trying to say is it's going to take kind of a while before it comes out. I started working on it around 2020, but I only started seriously working on it around like 2024 to 2023. So really, technically, I guess I haven't been working on it that long, but yeah, it's still taken some time. Most of that time was dedicated to actually doing the backgrounds, and all the voice acting that I had to do. I also completely changed the script from what it originally was at first, so that took even longer. But mostly I've completed those, so I started moving on to the animation section, which I'm currently in now, and hopefully that gets finished soon. But yeah, anyway, hopefully the second episode won't take as long, as I do plan to make more episodes. But you know, I guess the foundations are technically in place, so I'm hoping that animation and voice acting and all the other stuff won't take as long as it did before. It's also mainly because I also wanted this pilot episode to be as perfect as possible, so I put a lot of effort into try and make it as good as possible with the most amount of content packed inside of it. I have a lot of ideas right now on what this show is, and hopefully it'll be really interesting, as it's genuinely been a passion I've been wanting to, I guess, publish for a while now. And the first episode would be mostly a pilot episode, and the next episode would technically be episode 1. So, if that makes any sense. I have some lovely friends of mine that are voice acting for me, but mostly it's just kind of a homemade kind of project. A lot of time has been put into it though, and I hope it shows my best work I can possibly make. Okay, let's move on to the next thing, Resvengiva. So, you're probably wondering, what the heck is a Resvengiva? Or Resvengiva, or how the hell you pronounce it. Resvengiva is kind of complicated and has a huge history behind it all. Originally it started as a webcomic called Hello Yellow, The Magical Adventure of Nothing. Or something like that, I don't remember the full name. It was just kind of a cartoon webcomic between me and my friends, where I just kind of made random scenarios in my head and then kind of drawn them really. But then around the time I started drawing even more stories and stuff like that, and it kind of became its own original thing with its own original characters separate from me and my friends. But after a few years I decided to cancel it and design something new, which is what you see now, Resvengiva, which actually started its life as a game, an RPG Maker game to be specific. It had a very strange story to it, and it didn't really go anywhere really, as I didn't really know where to take the game specifically, as I wanted it to be kind of an adventure game but with RPG elements, and I just don't really think it worked. But if you're interested about the story, I think it's quite interesting, and who knows, maybe I might reuse it. The original story for Resvengiva is you played as kind of a weird copy version of the Ogleg, and his name was instead called the Assassin. The Assassin was basically tasked to kill the original Ogleg and take his place, and he had these very strange magical powers that kind of granted negative emotion onto his enemies, basically, and that's what you used as an attacking thing. And it was very Hylix inspired, with kind of the first person perspective as you're doing things with your hands, but it was more like digitized 3D animation. Only then after that I decided to cancel the game and start working on the actual show, which is what you see now. I don't fully want to scrap the idea of it being a game, and I do plan to probably redesign it or probably redo it in some way, just not in RPG Maker, as I kind of find that engine a little limiting to use. But a lot of the ideas from the game did get carried over into what you see in Wrestling Eva now, as the actual animated show that I'm planning to make. The idea of Wrestling Eva is interesting, as it's almost kind of, has a lot of elements from Boxun. However, it kind of deforms them and kind of mixes them up in some way. And I don't want to get too much into like what the actual show is about, since that's too spoilish. And I can't wait to be kind of a thing, but let's just say that these two shows are not too different from each other, and in some way they are kind of connected to each other, I guess that's just say. Now, Wrestling Eva is kind of a thing I just kind of thought up as of a whim. I didn't expect myself to actually want to make something full out of this. So, by that logic, I have way less ideas than I did for Boxun. With Boxun, I have a fully planned out like idea on what I want to do and how I want to end it. But for Wrestling Eva, I have virtually nothing really, and just kind of making it up as it goes along. But also, it really burnt me out. I plan to release a second episode after the first one I did on this channel, but it's honestly been a serious struggle to work on it. I find any passion to work on it. And I honestly feel like scrapping the episode and maybe adding a new one, or just redesigning the first one in some way, or changing the visuals entirely from what I had planned. I honestly don't exactly know. I know one thing right now though, that Wrestling Eva is not going to come out anytime soon. However, it probably will come out after the first Boxun episode will come out, as I do plan for episodes to kind of go one along each other, with Boxun being the first and then Wrestling Eva having 2 episodes and then Boxun having another episode, mainly because Wrestling Eva I do plan to be a lot more, not only cheaper to produce, but also less long as well to make. So you'll have 2 episodes, and then with the Boxun with more production value, we'll have, you know, 1 episode after that. Hopefully that makes sense, and hopefully that's kind of what's going on. I seriously been thinking of cancelling Wrestling Eva, but my mind's always been against it, because I genuinely do have some ideas for how I'm going to do it. I just think maybe I just need some time away from it right now. Working on 2 things at once can really fuck your mind up, as I've learned, and hopefully I don't completely destroy my passion to work on Wrestling Eva, as I really just want to fully work on Boxun right now before I make the second episode. So if you're expecting another episode of Wrestling Eva to come out, I'm sorry. But I do know this at least, that I'm not planning to cancel it, and it could get reworked into something even better than the original pilot I uploaded, so who knows? Well, I mean, if you're as cool as me, you can go in a time machine and just travel back to the past. Oh wait, no, I mean the future. Alright, let's move on with chicken! So, if you don't know what a chicken is, I don't know what the fuck it means either. Chicken is basically an inside character that basically started off as like a joke between my friends, but kind of quickly became more and more prevalent throughout my drawings and different types of random shit, and it's kind of evolved on its own to be its own little thing, and I wanted to turn Chicken into its own fully fledged animation series, similar to something like Boxun, which ironically, this was before Boxun. Chicken is actually quite an old character. I made her around 2019. It's crazy to think now that was 5 years ago. Holy shit! Okay, I feel like I'm getting a bit out of track. Basically, yeah, a lot of the ideas I made for Chicken though actually were carried over to Boxun. So, Chicken was just kind of left with nothing at all, and I basically had to come up with an entirely new idea for her. So basically for me, I had to go back to the drawing board of ideas, and I thought of a lot of weird ideas. One of the ideas I had instead was that these characters would be living in a house, similar to the Don't Hug Me I'm Scared series, I suppose. It would be like this kind of flying house in the middle of nowhere, with just like this like sky, and that's all they see outside. And they're kind of just like tortured inside this like home, and they can't really escape. and every single episode they would forget their memories, and it would just kind of be mostly, I guess, kind of a creepy / dark horror series, I guess. I have no idea what I was going with. Also, I guess if you want more ideas on what Chicken was actually going to be, Chicken was kind of... The main character would be Chicken, the weird talking ball thing that sometimes shouts and has a really posh voice. There would also be Azko, which is some kind of bald wizard guy that has a weird skin colour. And then the other character was Ben, kind of a snarky character, and also he's gay. Wow, gay. But yeah, the likelihood is that Chicken is probably not going to be an actual cartoon in the future, unfortunately. As I feel like I won't be able to work on 3 cartoons all at the same time. I just don't think that would be feasible for me right now. Of course though, Chicken will still be around. You'll sometimes see a head pop out in certain places, and who knows, maybe the places you're expecting might be a little bit unexpected. And now we finally made it to the ramble section. Hooray! Anyway, so I guess I want to go over a few more things that I feel like I kind of not really talked about that much. I guess let's go back to like, I guess the personal kind of thing. I didn't know what to fit this into the video, but I got a new drawing pad. I know it sounds insane for me to say, like, wait, you didn't have one before? No, I didn't. I drew everything with a mouse. And honestly, this thing is genuinely made, like, making animations and just drawing in general way more better for me. I can actually, like, do it now. It's awesome. It's honestly one of the best things I think I've purchased in a very long time. I guess if you want to specifically know the type of videos that I plan to upload now on this channel, which feels like ages ago since I started talking about that, this video has gone on for a very long time. Anyway, so kind of the ideas I feel like I want to have with the type of videos I want to make. I guess I want to make kind of more random-esque videos, kind of variety, I guess, in what type of content. But it's going to be very much like my style of humour. And I don't want to say parody, but almost parody. I guess I don't want to spoil it too much, but like, I have a lot of weird and wacky ideas, and I'm hoping that they'll be funny enough, or they'll just be so strange, you know. I got some fucking weird ideas. But yeah, basically, I guess I expect kind of content that's, I guess some of it will be also filmed in real life, so I guess you'll get the full-on leg and body and maybe arm reveal. That is crazy, who knew? And maybe nail reveal. Did you know I make my nails black? I know, that is crazy. Maybe there might be a different colour in an actual video, who knows? Also, I guess if you're wondering how I do my nails, well, I actually just smash them with a hammer, usually, and they just go all black and fucked up. I don't particularly want to... I wouldn't show anything like my face or anything, since I personally don't feel comfortable with that being on the internet, and I don't really feel comfortable with how I actually look in person, I guess. But hey, if you want to hear my disembodied voice and have an actual body to go with it, then you can do that. You can imagine... You know what? You can make a game. You can imagine what my face looks like. I think that would be pretty cool. Another thing also is the fact that this video... I don't... This is insane, I know. But this video had 5 recordings. 5 fucking recordings. I had to record this video 5 times in a row. This was probably the most painful video I think I've ever made. But I hope it came out alright and all that shit. Hopefully, like I said, it's not just me rambling and it's just like absolute nonsense. But yeah, like, I really struggled with how to try and articulate my words. And the funniest thing is, I fully edited an entire video. And I thought, I don't like this. I think it's really shit. So I want you to remake it, right? I try and remake it. I don't know how to do it and I hate it. So I try and do it again. And again, and again, and again, until finally, I think this one is probably the final video I'm gonna make. I looked over it all, and I think it's fantastic. I think I'm really happy with what I've said so far, so I'm not gonna be like I'm not gonna be like I'm gonna scrap this one, so hopefully this is the actual video that's edited. But if you want some context, for why some I don't know if it's too noticeable in the video, but basically I actually did reuse the original video's audio, and I just changed things I didn't like with re-recording over it. So I don't know if that's too noticeable or not. I don't think it is, but yeah. If my voice kind of sounds a little bit different, that's because that was done like 9 months ago from now. So yeah, that was a long time ago. This video's taken a lot of time to make because I'm really dumb. Also, I'm sorry if that ruins the illusion of you watching the video and then probably questioning that in your mind. Fuck, I fucked everything up. Anyway, I guess that's going to be the end of this video. I don't really know anything else to talk about right now, and that's it really. I hope this video was at least interesting enough. If not, then I am sorry. I'll try and do better. Bleh.